Kadagaya, I am MiloticMarolt, and welcome to the power rankings for the PCL D League. Of course, I am the analyst for this league, and I will be doing the power rankings, as I said already. Yes, I'm repeating myself. So, anyway, first video here on the PCL channel. The draft just happened around like a week ago. And of course, it's my job to analyze all the teams that were drafted. So this is the post-draft analysis. And here, before going into the teams, I just want to explain that I'm not really good with numbers or with putting a number on a team. So I just the numbers don't really matter. But I am going to go through all of the teams and analyze them as I go. So yeah, don't worry if you're number 12 or number 11, but you should have been number 8, because the numbers don't really matter. What matters is what I'm going to say. So yeah, with that, the draft happened. I don't know when it happened, last week or I don't know. It doesn't matter. Shit. Great commentary so far. Anyway, let's just jump into it before I say some stupid shit again. Yeah. Number 16, the 16th spot on the list goes to, okay, you can see the team on the screen already. The Green Bay Sandslash and Swagsire, their coach. Now, with this team, looking at it, the first thing I notice is like, well, what's with the Esper? I mean, I don't understand the Esper at all. Now, yeah, it may be like a meme team, and because I would understand Swadloon, right? If it gets up sticky webs, it can be a Niveolite monster, and Bug Grass is a typing that he needs, but I don't see the Esper at all on the team. Like, granted, if we look at Xurkitree, Azov, Gastrodon, the Landorus, and Heatran, that's kind of a OU-ish team. So if you really want to go with that, that's great, but this is a league format, so it's easier to prep for only 7 possible mons, because honestly, the Mortal is not a problem to prepare for, and the Altaria as well. They both share the, not the Psychic, the Ice weakness. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of this team, because it could work in OU, because that's some standard play, but not in league format, because you know people are gonna prep for you, and a freeze dry mon just kind of destroys your entire team. So yeah, as well as because I have this written all down here. there's some fat, there's some offense to the team, but I don't really see it working out. I mean, maybe if you like, if it's like a meme team and you're just in it to win a couple of games, I can totally see that. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm spending too much time on one team specifically. So let's move on. Number 15 on this list is Michigan Munchlax and their coach Gray. It's not necessarily a bad team. The way I see it, it's just a bit passive, in my opinion, because the only like real attackers are Jirachi and Hydreigon, and Mega Camel, of course. But if you want Mega Camerupt to work, you need to set up Trick Room, which he has, which Aromatisse can do, Jirachi can do, and the Jellicent, they all can do that. But that still takes a turn, and I mean, it can work. I'm honestly hoping that Gray proves me wrong with his team and wins a couple of matches. But I don't really see it working out because, okay, yeah, Jirachi and Hydreigon are super offensive and super can be scary in that combination. But otherwise, there's just no real threats on his team. Like Masquerain, okay, yeah, it can set up, but really, who's gonna let you set up more than 2 quiver dances? And with less than 2, you're not. There's just no real damage output. And one thing I noticed, there's no hazard removal. The Hitmontop is the only thing that spins, and the Masquerain is the only thing that defogs. And with Masquerain, if you want to set up sticky webs, you don't really want to defog them away. Plus, it's 4 times weak to rocks, so it's gonna take half of its HP when it comes in. And when it comes to Hitmontop, yeah, it's a good spinner. It can be great, but if there is a ghost type on your opponent's team, it's just shut down. Because the strongest move that Hitmontop gets is Thief. For dark type move is Thief. If he got knockoff, that would make Hitmontop so much better. But unfortunately, no. So yeah, with that, because of this kind of weak hazard removal, I think that this team deserves the number 15 spot. And with lack of offense, and yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping that in the end it's gonna come to bite me in the butt, because he's gonna set up Trick Room and Sweep with Mega Camerupt. Honestly, I would really like to see that, and I'm hoping for it. But post draft, I think this is a number 15 spot deserved. So moving on, number 14, we have the Shamrock Snovers and their coach Khan. Now here again, not necessarily a bad team, the way it consists. The only thing that bothers me here is the dual typings, because I mean there's not much variety going on. He has 2 normal types in Beware and Ambipom, and 2 dark types in Zoroark and of course his Mega Houndoom. I don't think that's necessary. Yes, Zoroark can be a good mod. You can play some mind games with it, with its illusion, but I mean, yeah, I don't really see it happening. As well as there's like the only hazard removal on his team is the Skarmory, which can be like trapped by Magnet Pull Mons. No, it can't, because he because he has Magnezone. I mean, Skarmory, it's just not really. It's a great defogger, don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be pressured too much. If you only have 1 hazard removal, it's gonna be pressured way too much, and your opponents are gonna prepare for it. Now I like the Mimikyu and Garchomp core with of course Magnezone support in the back, so that Fairy Dragon Steel. And I'm hoping to see the Wobbuffet put in some work. But otherwise, I don't really see this team as a good one. As I said, mainly because of the hazard removal and because of dual typings. If he has Ambipom, then maybe he could have gotten a better fighting type, not Beware. But maybe I'm just saying that because I'm not a huge fan of Beware. But yeah, that's basically it for this team. Rocks, he only has Rocks and Spikes as his hazards, so yeah, not really only. So Rocks and Spikes, I like that. Skarmory can set up Spikes, and Garchomp can set up Rocks along with the Torterra. It's got some offense to it, so that's great. Yeah. And also some defense, but nothing outstanding, in my opinion. Garchomp can break through teams, so can the Mimikyu. They both get Sword Hands, but they're mainly physical attackers, apart from Magnezone. No, they're not. Okay, never mind that. I'm lying. Because I when I'm looking at this, I forget to look at the Mega Pokemon. So yeah. Okay, yeah, great so far. Great. So Motherfucking far. Okay, and I don't even know if I can curse on this channel. Huh. Lovely. Anyway, let's move on with this shit. Number 13, we have the Miami Heat Moors. The team itself, it looks alright. Mega Altaria is a good mega. It can destroy a lot of teams if unprepared for. And it has some nice support to it, like Slowbro and Slowbro. Yeah, because the only thing I'm kind of missing is something to take those steel hits better. A stronger steel type would be great on this team. Now, yeah, Silvally can be a steel type, but then Silvally doesn't get any forms of recovery, which is kind of problematic. Can be problematic for this team. And yeah, I think there could be some mons that would support Mega Altaria better, and provided some more bulky support to then later set up and sweep, or to just break in the middle of the game. But yeah. Also, one thing that I have noticed on this team is that Donphan is pressured to set up rocks. It's his only way of setting up stealth rocks. Yeah, he has spikes on Klefki, but stealth rocks, in my opinion, are better than spikes. Well, in some scenarios. If you have both, that's fine. But sometimes if you only choose one hazard, fuck. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that their hazard setters are going to be very pressured, and that's you can very easily prepare for Donphan and Klefki, like with the taunt mon on something, so you can set up rocks. Yeah, I'm doing great so far. Oh well. I mean, the team has some decent offense behind it, like the Tornadus and Hariyama. The Decidueye can be offensive as well, so can the Electrode in some senses. But the Electrode provides some speed. It has decent speed, decent offense, maybe some decent bulk as well. But yeah, nothing outstanding as before, as the previous team. So moving on, we have, oh shit, on number 12. This is number 12, is it not? Or is it, nope, that's number 11 actually, and I fucked that up. Okay, never mind. Nope, wait, did I? Oh fuck me, really? Did I not? Okay, so I didn't. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, on the 12th spot, we have the Florida Feraligators. A team which, I mean, it looks nice. It's got that offensive presence to it with Zygarde, Cortana, and Mega Absol, with Rotom as well, and the what's it called? The Swallow can be a problem as well, but oh, and the Conkeldurr, of course. Yeah, so it's kind of a bulky offense because Conkeldurr is bulky and he has Florges to pass some wishes. Empoleon and Rotom can be very fat, and so is the Zygarde. So yeah, a decent team overall. I think it has some nice synergy with Cortana, Florges, and Zygarde. And because Cortana is not the bulkiest of steel types, they have Empoleon in the back, which I really like. But in terms of hazard removal, okay, they have a Magic Bouncer, but you can't really rely on that. And other than that, I mean, Cortana gets Defog, but are you gonna really waste Defog on a move slot on your Cortana for that? Then Empoleon gets it, which, okay, Empoleon is gonna be your main hazard removal. Okay, I understand that it can be a great hazard removal. Um, and Swallow gets it. But again, Swallow, we're not gonna waste a move on Swallow for that. So maybe I would still like to see a Rabbit Spinner on this team, even though they have a Magic Bouncer, because yeah, Magic Bounce is a great ability, but on Mega Absol it doesn't necessarily work because Mega Absol is frail and it really can't take a hit. So if you predict your opponent to set up rocks, but they go for an attack, your Absol's gonna die, basically. And yeah, that's it in terms of hazard removal. Setting up hazards, Empoleon is there, Frostlass is there, and that's it. So maybe I would like to see some more hazards, because Frostlass, it can be a good mon, but again, you can't put too much pressure on your hazard stackers, because Empoleon, Defog Rocks, Scald, Flash Cannon maybe, because some games you're gonna want Roar and Flash Cannon at the same time, so you're gonna have to either not bring Rocks or not bring Defog. So it depends. It kind of lacks. I mean, it could use a fifth move. So how's it called? The term is the fifth move syndrome or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm taking my sweet ass time with this. So maybe I should quick this. I mean, I should speed this up. Yeah, number 12 is, as I said, the Florida for alligators. It's got some decent fat. I mean, decent. I like the fat behind it. I like the offense behind it. I like the possibility to break stall, like with setup, with Source Dance, Kartana, Absol, Dragon Dance, or Coil Zygarde. So, and Calm Mind Mesprit, of course. Is this Mesprit, Azov, Yuxi? Yeah, this is Mesprit. Okay. I had to visualize them in my head. Okay, I'm probably taking way too long with this, so let's keep on moving. On number 11 spot, you already saw this team before. It's Seattle Septiles and their coach Liability. What I like about this team is the bird spam. We can see 4 flying types, but when it comes to bird spam, you need to realize something. Birds are weak to rocks, that's first of all. And you would need some hazard removal. Like, I really need some more hazard removal on this team, because Staraptor is the only thing that removes it, right? Wait, did I write this down? Because I don't like how it looks. Maybe this doesn't deserve to be number 11. But yeah, as I said, I don't know the numbers. I'm just gonna analyze the teams, because bird spam. Okay, bird spam can work. But with bird spam, you need to have something for the steel types, which resist it, and something for the electric types, which resist flying. Which he has, a crocodile ground type. But what I would like to see on his team is a fire type. Well, he also has Buzzwole for the steel types, but a fire type would be nice for the steel types as well, because like Mega Scissor, physically defensive. What does his team do to it? Nothing, basically. I mean, Flamethrower on Mega, what's it called? Manectric, but that's basically it. See, because with bird spam, it's a decent strategy to work, but you need to provide proper support with it. Along with the, as I said, lack of hazard removal, it's gonna bite you in the butt. No spinners, only 1 defogger, or maybe 2, I don't know. Does Murkrow get defog? I'm not sure. But still, if you're gonna use Murkrow to defog, I don't really see it happening, but I'm really hoping that this is gonna work, because I love me some bird spam as well. Staraptor, I love Staraptor, and I'm hoping to see a Shell Smash sweep with the Minior this season. But yeah, that's basically it for the Seattle Septiles. I'm missing the hazard removal, I'm missing the fire type, but otherwise I think it could still work, because offense, it has some great offense and some speed with Ninjask. I don't know if baton passing is legal. It probably is because it was in the PCL as well. But yeah. Anyway, so oh shit. Okay, quickly. I'm taking too long for this. I have to be places. I have places to be. Okay, number 10 spot, Bristol City Bonnets. Mega Pidgeot, of course, everyone knows by now that I love me some Mega Pidgeot. And I like this team because it has hazards, right? It has hazard stacking with Cobalion and Claydol set up rocks. Greninja is there for rocks, for spikes and T-spikes, and he has the option of sticky webs with Ariados. Some decent fat behind it with Cresselia and Shaman. Arcanine can be fat as well. Claydol también. The Spanish would say también. That means as well. Speed is there with Jolteon, Mega Pidgeot, Greninja. It's a fast team. Offense is there with, Shaman, Greninja. Everything is basically offensive. It's fast. And he has Ditto in the back because, again, I love me some Ditto. So I think this is a well-rounded team, a decent team, but it's what you expect from leagues, right? So it's a good team. Sorry for the mouse on the screen. I like the team. Good job, Jazz, on drafting it. Nothing special, but I hope he's gonna do well in his season. So, moving on, number 9 spot, we have the Perth Persians and their coach, Helnijo, I don't know, Helnijo, okay, never mind. So, Mega Gyarados can be a problem to almost every team. After one Dragon Dance, it can sweep. Same as before, well-rounded team. I am missing some hazards because the only thing that set up hazards are Clefable and Rhydon, and the only thing that removed them, removal is there. He has Latios and Dhelmise and Dodrio if necessary. But yeah, maybe. See, again with these numbers, this would suit number 10 more than number 9, because now that I've just went through it, I see that I like the Bristol City Bonnets more than this team because it's more well-rounded than this one. But I'm here to analyze power rankings. Yeah, I should do the power rankings when it's gonna come down to playing. Trust me, I'll do it better. But yeah, Victini, Lucario. Some great offense, Muk, Gyarados. It's super offensive. It's got some speed behind it with Zebstrika, Dodrio, and Latias. Sorry. And of course, Scarf Victini, always a problem. Dragon Dance, Mega Gyarados. It's a good team. I like the team. Some more. I would miss some more hazards to help Mega Gyarados sweep. But other than that, yeah, I like the team. So, moving on, number 8, is it number 8? Yeah, it's number 8. The Amsterdam Rams. It's fat, it's kind of fat with Komodo. I mean, Komodo is not the fattest of the mons, but it's decently fat. But Mega Venusaur, Zapdos, Metagross, and Seismitoad are all fat. So is the Togekiss and Komodo. So yeah, fat team all around. Again, hazards. I'm missing some hazards because Seismitoad, Metagross, and Pinsir get stealth rocks. Other than that, nothing really. But I mean, with offense and some great cores, you don't really need hazards always. But personally, I like to hazard stack my opponents, which is why I am missing that in all of the teams basically. Removal, he has some removal with Rapid Spin in Cryogonal and double Defog on Zapdos and Togekiss, along with Magic Coat, but I'm not really mentioning Magic Coat on any of the mons because that would be like too much. So yeah, well, a good core. I like the core of Zapdos and Mega Venusaur, along with like Togekiss support and Metagross. That's kind of OU-ish. They work well together. I mean Metagross and Venusaur work well together. They cover each other's weaknesses, and so does the Togekiss. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about this team. So moving on the number 7 spot we have the Honolulu Hitmontops and their coach Hitmontop Guy. Oh no, Hitmonchan Guy. I'm sorry, the Honolulu Hitmontops and their coach Hitmonchan Hitmonchan Guy or Hitmonlee Guy. I don't know. The one dude which I lost to in the PCL. The Hitmonchan dude, Mega Lopunny, extremely problematic. I like the Sylveon Fortress core. I used it myself in the PCL. It worked very well for me. Fortress can hazard stack spikes, T-spikes, stealth rocks. He has Rhyperior for rocks as well, and Dragology for toxic spikes. So it's not really as pressured as it could be the Fortress, but still, if he doesn't bring Rhyperior, he can't really have both Stealth Rocks and Spikes on one set. I mean, he can. I've done that before. It's not really such a big problem, but you can't have like a Volt Switch then for Volt Switch for momentum then. But I like the score. I also like the speed on his team with Weavile and Manectric as well is 105. It's not that fast, but it's decently fast. And of course the Mega Lopunny. Entei, super offensive, great fire type. Blastoise, amazing spinner along with Fortress. Those are two spinners, which I like. I like spinners more than defoggers because, of course, you don't want to defog your own hazards away. But yeah, a ghost type as well to hazard stack and block the rapid spin. So again, a well-rounded team. I'm honestly really hoping this team is gonna do a lot of work with Mega Lopunny. I like it because it has some similarities to my team, like with Sylveon and Fortress, and with a fast normal Mega. But yeah, anyway, the real thing which I want to see is a Rock Polish Rhyperior sweep. So Hitmonchan dude, if you're listening, hit Rock Polish weakness policy Rhyperior. I want to see it happen. So are we top six now, right? No, top 7. No, this is number 7. So number 6 spot we have the Black Dragons. This is again, it's a team which it doesn't have like spikes, it doesn't have hazard stacking, but it has sticky webs and it has stealth rocks, it has toxic spikes with Nidoking, so that's fine. But what I love about this team, it has spikes, no, it has sticky webs, and it has some huge monsters, because Scizor, Nidoking, Gengar, Keldeo, and Volcarona, they are all such huge threats. It also has the possibility for Trick Room with the Fat Duck Porygon and with the Duosion. Now, some of you might seem like Duosion, what the hell is he gonna do with Duosion? But on the contrary to like Esper, Duosion is a great Eviolite monster because it gets either Regenerator or Magikarp, two great abilities, and it gets Recover, it gets Calm Mind. It's basically a mini blob, mini freaking Reuniclus, and Reuniclus is a great mon. Along with the Duck Trio, which I didn't mention yet, Duck Trio can trap the opponent's Pokemon for to trap the opponents and get rid of the problems for the rest of his team. So yeah, I mentioned Trick Room. What I would like to see on the team is like a Trick Room sweeper, which yeah, Mega Aggron can be a Trick Room sweeper. it has a lot of attack and the low speed, but like a super trick room sweeper. Um, but yeah, other than that, I like this team a lot. I mean, it's all right. It's missing like a super good grass type, fat grass type, but Livani is great. Livani is gonna set up some webs and move on. Okay, so we finally made it to top 5. Yay for us. Top 5. If you made it this far, be sure to, of course, leave a like down below. Share with your friends, that's always appreciated. And don't forget to let me know I'm full of shit in the comment section below, because, you know, that's my thing. Hashtag full of shit. And yeah, let's get into the top 5. I'm speeding up for this because I've been doing this for a long time. Shit, why do I have to take so much time for everything? Okay, so moving on. On the number 5 spot, we have fat. See, this team is nothing special, but it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's something special. Not that it's nothing special. It is something special. And yeah, there are duplicate typings. There's so much that from an analyst's point of view is not right. But it's so disgusting. This team is not gonna die. I mean, it's stall. It's fat, and it's honestly it's good because stall is a strategy that works, and with that I think Opt is gonna put in a lot of work, and he's gonna go very far in this, because the Chansey and Mega Sableye, only those two, they do not die. That combination is so disgusting, and he just doesn't care. He put in slaps on an Alamomola, a Mandibuzz, Avalugg, a Miltank as well, Audino, Chestnut, Gligar, and like, yeah, there's no offense behind this team. The only thing that's offensive is Volcanion. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that everyone is looking at this team and is like, man, this is disgusting. Son of a bitch. How did we let him draft this? In my opinion, this is a really well-built team, because there's fighting weakness. No, I wouldn't say so. The only thing, okay, now that I know, I mean, we can see, I'm predicting it right now, but the Honolulu Hitmontops, they're gonna win, because Megalopony, you know, just kind of wrecks his entire team. Adamant Megalopony is gonna destroy your team. I'm sorry, that's how it is. It's a disgusting team. It's super fat, super offensive, no, super defensive, no offense at all. But yeah. Number 5 spot, I think that it deserves the number 5 spot. It's super disgusting. It's not gonna die. It's not gonna die. It's not gonna die. I'm repeating myself. This is great commentary. Hashtag full of shit. Number 4 spot. The Metagross Masters and their coach Alfonso, or Blaziken. Why I like this team? It's nothing special. When you look at it, it's like meh. But I personally love it because it has kind of a hail thing going on for it. It probably doesn't deserve the number 4 spot, but I'm really hoping that the hail thing is gonna work. He has like he has some hazards with rocks. I mean, with Mega Aerodactyl, Infernape, and he has toxic spikes with Nidoqueen. He has some fat with Umbreon and the Gourgeist, and of course the Mega Aerodactyl can be fat as well. Magic Bounce with Espeon is a great thing to have on your team, and then some great offense as well with Salamence, Manaphy, Infernape, Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales as well, and the Lizard, what's it called? Fuck, I forgot its name. Heliolisk is there for offense as well. And he has Defog on. He has some decent hazard removal in, of course, the Magic Bounce, 2 Defoggers, and the Spinner in Sandslash. So, although it might not look to be the best, I liked how this team looks. So yeah, in my opinion, it deserves a number 3 spot. Number 4. I'm sorry. Okay, so moving on, we have the Rhode Island Vriolus and their coach Tesro with Mega Scissor. It's a rain team, Coco Rain. Honestly, there's nothing I can say, but this is a really well built rain team. I don't see anything that's missing from this team. It's just built so well. You have Gudra is always good on rain, Pelipper as a setter, Mega Scissor, and Pharaoh Thorn would be great over Pharaoh Seed, but I don't know. In some cases, Pharaoh Seed can work even better. So yeah, he has rocks, he has spikes, he has toxic spikes with Nihilego. He has some speed behind it, of course, with Coco. And what I like about this team is, because mostly what people do with rain teams is they completely forget about a fire type. But I like that he drafted the Lowland Marowak. It gives him rocks. It's a great mon. It's a tier 3. I think personally it would be a tier 2 mon. But he still drafted a fire type, which is still, because you can't really rely on rain every week, and I like this about his team. It's not dependent on rain. He can bring like Coco, Nihilego, Gudra, Marowak, Scissor, and let's say Pharaoh Seed, and he doesn't need rain at all. It's a rain team which doesn't need rain to function, and I love that about this team. The only thing, like, it's not really a drawback or it's not really a bad thing. The only thing I don't really understand is the Togedemaru, because it's a steel type, steel electric. It's a duplicate typing on both sides. Maybe he just needed a tier 5. No, I don't know. Lightning Rod is not really a problem because Marowak has that. In case he wants to run like Rockhead Marowak to counter stall. Yeah, I understand that. So, okay, I guess I could see him working out, but Togedemaru is just there. But I can't wait, of course, I can't wait for you to prove me wrong. For every team which you listen to, I can't wait for you all to prove me wrong. Okay, number two spot, and with that, of course, we reveal the number 1 as well. But yeah, number 2 spot is the North Italy Kyurems and their coach Redion. This is such a great team, in my opinion. It has sticky webs, it has spikes, it has toxic spikes, it has stealth rocks. All of the hazards are there. It has a spinner, a defogger, and a magic bouncer. Everything is there. He has a so broken fire, no, not fire water grass, but fairy steel dragon core, Bisharp, Diancie, and what's it called? The Kyurem Black. Such a offensive core. I love it so much. And there's offense, there's defense on the team. There's bulk there with Regenerator, Tank Growth. Tentacruel can be fat. There's speed behind the team with Mega Diancie. I mean, that's not like the fastest thing in the world, but it still has speed with Diancie and the Delphox. It has some Eviolite monsters on his team, the Piloswine, the Golbat, and the Doublade. They are all there. Honestly, this team is so good, in my opinion. I see no flaws with it. Like, yeah, there might be some common weaknesses. Ground is a pretty common weakness, but he has Golbat and the, what's it called? Tank Growth for that. So yeah, I personally don't see any flaws with this team, which is why it deserves a number 2 spot. And yeah, we've made it to the final team, the California Charizard. Now, again, this team might not seem as a great team, but let me tell you, it's an amazing one. Because he has a Sand Team. A Sand Team straight away, we see a Sand Team with Mega Tyranitar and Landorus incarnate form, which is Sand Force. Its Sheer Force is not allowed, but Sand Force in the sand. Do you realize what that means? Like Sand Force in sand. That means Earth Power is gonna do actually more than it would with Sheer Force. If he slaps a Life Orb on him, I mean, he's gonna take damage, but yeah, still, it's still a broken mon in the sand. And not to mention the Feeny Roserade Embor. Such a great fire, water, grass core. Registeel, Latios, and Feeny again. Fairy Dragonsteel is there. He has Stoutland as a Sand Sweeper and Luxray in the end. Luxray doesn't really fit on the team. Yeah, it's an electric type. It can Volt Switch around. But yeah, this team it's perfect in my opinion. If I were given this team and if someone were to say to me, play with this team, I guarantee you I would win. No, I mean, it depends on my opponents, but I would go to finals if not. A bad player would go to finals with this team. Now this might seem rude, but I don't know. I don't give a fuck really, because the worst player would defeat a good player with this team. It's so well rounded. It's got offense. It's got some bulk behind it. It's got spikes, toxic spikes, stealth rocks, Misty Terrain, of course, so it can't be really stalled out. In case of T-spikes, he can absorb them with Roserade and then set up the Misty Terrain again. So yeah, Miss Mage is there for spin blocker. Tyranitar, of course, Sand Setter, and a great mega overall. Latios, super good dragon type. I love it. I unfortunately didn't get to use it properly in my PCL league, but yeah. Whoops. That's it. That's it for the team. That's it for my power rankings, of course. This is a perfect team in my opinion. It's extremely well built. So congratulations to Raptor. I love this team very much. And yeah, with that, that's it for me and this power rankings. God damn it, this almost took an hour. Fuck. If you made it this far, be sure to leave a like down below, as I said, and of course don't forget the hashtag full of shit in the comment section below. Share with your friends and let me know right next to the hashtag full of shit, what do you think of my thoughts? Is there anything that you'd like to say to me to explain your team maybe? Why do you think it deserves a higher spot and all that good shit? But yeah, anyway, that's it for me. Of course, be sure to check out my own channel in the description below. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that dude. And subscribe to the PCL channel. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye!